At least, a couple of Republicans decided to side with the Democrats. Apparently, they think it should be out there. So, I mean, doesn't the public have a right to know about this?
And the public has a right to know about all the other investigations they've done. This is just an investigation. It's not a court of law. It's in the past. You get one side of this thing, and they want to release it. Release all of them. I think if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Why are they hiding all the others? Why are they protecting powerful members, former powerful, that are still powerful on this Capitol Hill? And let's be honest too. Every one of these folks on the Republican side was appointed by the former Speaker, which Matt and I both deposed or disposed of, I guess you would say. And
so you think this is revenge?
It's a revenge tour, and they're not winning because Matt's already got a new job and he's doing well and he's married to a beautiful woman. So it was wonderful, and I wish him well. But he's out of Congress. You know, are they going to keep digging down? I hope they do.
In brand new reporting, horrific new details have emerged from a young woman who was allegedly exploited by former Congressman Matt Gaetz, who you may recall was Donald Trump's first choice before Pam Bondi to serve as Attorney General. For the first time, the New York Times has obtained a direct account from the woman who testified under oath that she, at the age of 17, had sex with Matt Gaetz for money. Last month, in response to a request from the McClatchy newspaper chain, a federal judge in Florida unsealed court documents from a related civil case that shed some light on her story.
Paid to be involved with Matt Gaetz.
So she wanted money to save up to buy braces. She wanted to fix her teeth, and she wanted to do that and didn't have the means to do that. So she was working at McDonald's, and it was her junior year in high school. She had just turned 17 a couple of months earlier, 3 or 4 months earlier. She goes on this website. She meets Joel Greenberg, who's a friend of Matt Gaetz. And Greenberg starts giving her drugs, starts paying her. And then by that July, she's at the home of this lobbyist in Florida, where there's this party where she's still 17 and she takes drugs and she drinks and she has sex twice with Matt Gaetz. And some of the details from that are directly from the House Ethics investigation.
We all know Matt Gaetz isn't the only person the GOP's been running cover for.
Take absolutely nothing for granted, and we welcome the opportunity to talk to any senator that wants to talk to us.
Did you sexually assault a woman in Monterey, California?
I have, as far as the media is concerned, I'll keep this very simple. The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared, and that's where I'm going to leave it.
Breaking news, CNN has learned there will be a meeting today inside the White House as aides try to manage a potential House vote on the release of the Epstein files. This comes, of course, just hours after Democrats on the Oversight Committee released emails from Jeffrey Epstein himself mentioning Donald Trump by name multiple times. I want to get straight to CNN's Caitlin Polans. Caitlin, what are you learning?
Well, the House is releasing these files, but it's not everything that the federal government has. Dana, there's additional files still held by the Justice Department that some Republicans on Capitol Hill are in support of releasing. And so that is causing a political response inside the White House right now, where there is a meeting planned, or was a meeting planned today, about the House effort to try and force a vote to get the Justice Department, the Trump administration, to release the rest of the FBI files, the Justice Department files, everything from years of the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein and others, things that have not seen the light of day yet. What one source tells me, we have multiple sources confirming that this meeting is happening, but what one source tells me is that this meeting was planning to include some key figures from the Justice Department: the FBI Director Kash Patel, the Attorney General Pam Bondi, the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, and then one of those Republicans in support of transparency, Republican Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado. So what might happen at this meeting if Boebert could be swayed in a different direction on wanting transparency here? That is all something that is going to be at issue, and that the White House is clearly concerned about, having discussions about it. On top of that, Dana, another thing to remember here is that the Justice Department has tried many different ways to distract from releasing the full Justice Department files.
I have been on interviews. This is the second time we're getting to meet. I have been on interviews 4 to 5 days out of 7 for the last couple of weeks since this news dropped, and I'm honored to be invited. And I have not had one single invite from a conservative news outlet. Not one. Not an independent journalist, not a national news network, no one. And I have family members saying to me, well, why aren't you talking to Megyn Kelly? Why aren't you getting out there on Fox? They're not asking.
You know, it's really mind-blowing how transparent Donald Trump and all this Epstein saga really is. You know, he doesn't want us to see the files, even though we already have all the evidence in the world that he's in them and that he's guilty of the things the files accuse him of. I mean, even outside of the files, as we've talked about many times, you know, the E. Jean Carroll, the dozens of women who have accused him of sexual assault, the comments he's made about his daughter, his involvement with teenage modeling agencies, and just the things that he said, you know, the things that he's done. It's all out in our faces, right? Then you got Pete Hegseth, you got the whole Roger Ailes culture permeating through Fox News, what happened with Bill O'Reilly. This is not new. It's not just a Republican thing either, but particularly right now, the Republican Party is guilty of defending pedophiles. That's what they're doing, okay? And so, again, there's just full transparency, and I don't think we're ever going to see the files. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't, but Donald Trump is going to do everything he can to prevent the release, even though we already got thousands and thousands of pages. So hopefully we get to see what's in them. We already know he's guilty, but we're going to find out sooner than later.